What's going on, guys? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome again to Chupacabra Tech for another video. Today is going to be a quick one about helium and just quick update. See what's going on. You know, I like my updates. So let's get into it. Cheers. My favorite coffee this morning. Yay. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Look, the goat is showing some Christmas spirit. Yay. I think the nerdy would like this shirt since it's got all the beers. Anyways, let's get into it real quick. Overall picture of helium. So you can see it there, the miners all over the world, 356,000 or more. About 83% of them online. This number's a little baffling because 17% of 356,000 equals to more than 60,000 miners. I did the math this morning. I'm not that smart. So, but yeah, it's more than 60,000 miners are actually not online. At about a $500 price tag per each, that's over $30 million worth of miners that is not online. Baffles me. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just move on. Let's move on. I don't get it. Maybe I'm super poor. I don't know. I don't know. That to me is crazy. It's a lot of money. It's just sitting somewhere not active. Anyway, so status of the network, you guys. As we all know, last week or so was a nightmare. But hopefully all of that is behind us. It looks like the last week has been absolutely flawless. Oops. So that's good news. Everything seems to be working as nominal as I have seen it over the last 3 months, probably. Everything seems to be working on par. Everything from the blockchain all the way to the Helium app, as best as I have seen it. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm saying that it's as best as I have seen it over the last few months. So that's good. Moving on, let's check out the price here, you guys. $38.75 as of this morning. You know, this is the weekly. This week has been a pretty nightmare-ish for cryptocurrencies. Everything took a dip, but it's just the way it is, you guys. It's the name of the game. Everything goes up, everything goes down, goes up, goes down. It's just the way it is. I think helium has a bright future. That's why I am part of this project. That's why I put, quite a little bit of money into it because I believe in it. And I think it's going to do well. And I think this price is going to do better than that. Let's also check out the yearly. This is where we are for the year. So you can't really complain. It's, 2,700% up for the year. It's nothing to complain about. We're doing just fine. This is just a little hiccup right here, and it's going to be just fine, you guys. That's how currencies work. That's how, markets work. So let it be. It's going to be just fine. Helium has a great program, and we're going to be just fine. So moving on, let's go check out my miner. This is the reason really why I wanted to make this video, because it's really funny. I'm over here talking about how the Helium Network, it's all working so good and so nominal and everything. Well, this is kind of like one of the reasons why I always tell my Discord members and people who ask me questions on the YouTube comments and whatnot, do your best to monitor your device as much as you can. These things they do require a little bit of babysitting. Okay, it's not just a plug and play, you guys. I mean, this is not like the Planet Watch air sensors. This is helium miners. This requires a little bit more attention. This is a little bit more technical. Okay, there's a lot of elements to the Helium Network, and again, ultimately, that leads to a little bit more babysitting. You have to make sure that your miner is working correctly. So like I said, this is what my 24 hours was looking like prior to this. So pretty steady, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down, but not a lot of like, not a lot of blank space in between. Okay. Normally what was happening here is that you would see this and this and this, maybe a little bit of that. That's what was happening for my for the last week or so, for the 24 hours. So yesterday I noticed that I had this blank spot right here, flat. Well, apparently there was a little power outage or something in my area for a moment. And I guess my miner, when it came back online, it got stuck. Okay. So I checked the blockchain syncing, or whatever you call it. And I was a little behind. So I decided to unplug my miner, plug it back in. So this is what's going on. I haven't checked it since for a little while already. So who knows, maybe I'm already fully synced. But that's what happened, you guys. So hopefully as soon as I'm back to fully synced, I'm going to start seeing those awesome things again. And, you know, hopefully that's what happens. But everything for the last week has been working excellent. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm lucky, but I do know that I have been monitoring miners over here. I have another miner there in Palm Bay, and there's a few around here that I monitor. It seems that everybody's having a more consistent week with their witnessing, with their beaconing, with their earnings. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it's been a lot more consistent, which for me, it's translating into better rewards for each day. I actually reached my highest earnings for one day, which was 0.61. Again, for me, that's really awesome. I still have a lot of miners in my area that are not active, but there are a couple of new ones coming up, you know, being onboarded that are working fine. So hopefully that continues to happen and I continue to improve on my rewards. But my miner's been working just fine. But then this happened. So, you know, even you know, this can happen to even the best setup out there, you guys. So this is why it's important to keep an eye on your miners. Keep track of them. Make sure that you use those tools that we have on our Discord server with the status tools and the connectivity checks and the port check, all that stuff. Make sure that your miner is running as good as it can. Because if it's not, this is what happens. And that's no bueno. I don't like that, but it's okay. It is what it is. I reset my miner and hopefully it'll be back up momentarily. So moving on. Just keep an eye on those miners, you guys. Keep an eye on those miners. Very, very important. Okay. Let me show you guys. I have seen some questions about the Rokland antenna. How good is it? Is it worth it? Blah, 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 blah. I've seen some discussions where some people have said, don't waste your money on Rokland or rack or whatever. Just go and buy a layered. And there was another brand that it's, you know, they're supposed to be the top notch names. And while I do believe that those companies make incredible antennas, they do. They've been around for years and they make top notch equipment. I also do believe that for the purpose of helium mining, it's not necessary to spend the money on one of those antennas. You can get a Rokland 8 dBi or 5.8 dBi or a rack 8 or 5.8 for a decent price. And as long as your setup is, you know, optimal, if you will, the best you can do. You know, some of us don't have the ability to put a tower that goes up 45 feet in the air or 50 feet in the air. You know, some of us are limited to what we can do. We can probably put it 15 or 20 feet up. That's about as much as we can do. Do that. Do the best you can. And these antennas work just fine. Okay. They work just fine. Trust me. This right here, this is living evidence of what a Rokland 8.0 antenna can do. Okay. This miner right here, which it belongs to a friend of one of our Discord members. And we've been monitoring this miner since it got put up. And it was not having success. And, they finally decided to kind of figure out what was going on, and come to find out that this person had installed the cable, and it had a corner where they kind of bent the cable 90 degrees. Okay. Don't do that with a regular cable. Okay. Don't do that. If you're going to do something like that, make sure that you get yourself the Ultra Flex, because these cables, even though they're pretty thick and they look nice, they're pretty delicate and very sensitive inside. That's why they sell all these different cables, the regular, the Ultra Flex, and whatnot. So don't bend one of those hard cables 90 degrees or more, because you're going to damage it inside. So anyways, this miner was sending out beacons, but nobody was witnessing it. And we were wondering why. It's impossible. I mean, this person has a great setup. It's impossible. Well, come to find out that the cable was bent, and they changed the cable to a Ultra Flex, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And now look at what's happened. Look at what has happened. The same beacons, the same everything, but now the signal's getting out there. So again, you guys, what's the message I'm trying to send here? A couple of things. Rokland antennas and rack antennas work just fine. You don't have to spend $150 in an antenna when you can spend $70 on an antenna, half the price. Setup. Make sure your setup is good, and make sure your installation is correct. Okay. That to me is most important than any antenna. These antennas work just fine. Just go look it up. There's tons of people are using rack and Rokland antennas, tons, and everybody's having great success. If you have the setup that you need, if you have a good setup, and if you have the installation done correctly, you are going to see success. Okay. Look at this guy. Again, like I said, 45 foot up, 45 feet in the air, 8 dBi. You would think, oh man, this guy's going to kill it. Well, not if you have a cable that's bent, 90 degrees and you broke it inside. Again, you guys, everything matters. Okay. Everything matters. But these people checked it out, corrected it, and guess what? Bam. That's what happens when you have a good setup and the installation done correctly. So I'm going to leave that there. So does the Rokland antenna work? Hell yeah, they do. Does the rack antenna work? Hell yeah, they do. Okay. Just concentrate on your setup, you guys. Put that extra effort, put the extra money. Don't spend it on the antenna. I would spend the extra $60, $70 on maybe getting my antenna a little higher. If you can, of course. Not everybody can, but if you can, I would spend the extra money on the height of my antenna, increasing that line of sight. That's where I would put my money if I was doing that. Okay. I wouldn't spend $150 on an antenna when I can spend $70, and I can use the other $70 to maybe buy more, piping or a better mast that goes a little higher. That's where I would do, a higher mast and a longer cable to reach. I would do that before I pay $150 for an antenna. Again, that's just my opinion, you guys. I'm not saying that those antennas are not good. They are awesome. But as we can see here with Helium, it really is not necessary. Okay. It really is not necessary. So, that being said, The good folks at Rokland, you guys, they're awesome. I really like purchasing from them. They are awesome people. They are helium miners themselves, so they know how this stuff works. They can answer all of your questions on their website. They have a little chat box in the bottom of the website on the bottom right. You can click there, and whenever they're open for business, there's somebody there that can answer your questions. They ship for free to the United States pretty fast for the most part, especially if you are here in Florida. Most of my shipments from Rokland have arrived within 2 to 3 days tops. Most of the time 2 days, but if I put an order a little late in the day, it might be 3 days. But again, it's free. It's free, no shipping costs. So I do have a coupon code for Rokland, so make sure you ask me about that. It is on my Discord channel, so if you would please join my Discord, you can find that there. Also, since many of you guys have asked about rack, I decided to go ahead and become an affiliate for rack as well, you guys. I don't have a coupon code for them, and it's not my first choice, not because they're not good, but because the shipping cost and the time it takes to receive their merchandise. Rack is great. I'm not saying they're not. They have great products. They have great accessories, the outdoor enclosures. They have all kinds of good stuff, and they seem to be very good. But I don't have a coupon code, and their shipping and shipping times are not as good as Rokland. So that being said, I do have a affiliate link for Rack, so please use that if you need to order something from Rack. And right now they have a 10% off for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So if you need something from Rack, I think now is the time to order from them. So all these links, all this stuff will be in the description below, you guys. So make sure you check those out. And yeah, let me know what's on your mind, you guys. Let me know how your miners are working this past week. If you have seen any changes, if the changes have been positive or if they have been negative, I don't care. Just let me know. I want to hear. This is how we learn. Talking to each other and figuring things out. So for me, it's been very positive, other than the obvious, flat line there. But I hope to fix that here in the next hour or so, once my miner gets back to speed. And that's really about it, you guys. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And again, you guys, check out the description. All the links are in it. Okay. Don't forget to join my Discord. We have all kinds of awesome people there. So don't forget to join the Discord. And we'll see you soon. Time for me to get out there and put some Christmas decorations up, so that I look like, like the spirit of my shirt here. So you guys, thanks again. Have a great day. Have a blessed week. And we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.